بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الأمين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Hello grade 4. Today I'm going to revise with you the complex sentence, the clauses and the complex sentence. Everyone knows that I have taken like a part of my session on Thursday, and I have repeated this lesson because it's an important lesson to me. We're not going to be able to carry on with grammar without understanding the complex sentence and the dependent and independent clauses. Okay, for that please pay attention to this video and you can watch it over and over again. It's going to help you, of course, to revise for your exam, because we're going to have the complex sentence like 100% in the exam. It's up to you to decide whether it is a complex sentence, whether it is an independent clause or a dependent clause. It's up to you to decide in the exam. For that please pay attention to teacher. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let's start. So this is the same PowerPoint I have used last time. Okay, so I'm going to move on to a clause. I repeat, what is a clause? I'm 100% sure that my students in their homes now, they're going to say, teacher, it's a subject plus a verb. Yes, a lot of people, they know that it's a subject plus a verb, but the problem is some people they do not know what is a subject and what is a verb. That's the problem. Okay, so a clause, whether it is independent or dependent, because last time I had like people they were like, okay teacher, if it has a subject and a verb, it's going to be dependent, and if it has a subject, only a subject, it's going to be independent. What? No, it's not. Of course, both clauses, the dependent and the independent, they have subject plus verb. Okay, but one is meaningful and the other one is meaningless. Okay, look, use the question who or about whom or which to answer the question about the subject. The sentence is about whom? It's about Malik. Who did that? It was Malik. It was about what? It was about the dog. Okay, what did the dog do? The dog ran. Okay, you see, those are the questions you're going to ask to answer about the subject in your sentence. The subject in a sentence is the doer of the verb. Okay, or who, the person whom the sentence is about. You see, it's the doer of the verb or the person whom the sentence is about. Okay, that's the subject. Now let's go to the verb. The verb is the camp, catch, turn, wake, sleep, the action in the sentence. The most important thing to learn in English, that we have only one verb. Okay, at your level you have to pay attention to it, because it's not, in a way, it's not an action, which is verb to be. It's a verb that you use every day, but you don't know that it exists. If you're going to ask someone, what is verb to be? He's going to be like, what? To be is, I am, he is, she is, it is, you are, we are, they are. I was, he was, she was, it was, you were, we were, they were. I will be in the future. I'm going to be in the future. Okay? So that's the meaning of a verb. Okay, it's the action in a sentence. So sorry. So the clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. Forget about group of words, forget about contains, just bear in mind subject plus verb, both clauses, the dependent and the independent one. Let's move on. Now let's go for the independent clause. It's a free clause. It can stand by itself. You can understand it by itself. It's a meaningful sentence, the independent one. I call it the free one. It's free. Whoa, I'm the free clause. I'm the independent clause. I can stand by myself and I'm meaningful. Clear? So an independent clause, bear in mind, it's a free clause, the free one. It's a complete clause or sentence. Of course, it has a subject and a verb. Every clause has a subject and a verb, even the dependent one, which we cannot like understand by itself. So, and can stand alone. We can understand it by itself to give a meaningful sentence. For example, here, the baby slept. I can understand, I have a subject. Who is the doer of the verb? It's the baby. Subject. What is the action in the sentence? Slept. Verb. So I have a subject and a verb. That's a clause. Okay. Now the question number 2 is, now I have a clause, subject plus verb. Can I understand this sentence? Is it meaningful? The baby slept. Yes, I understand that we have a baby, and I understand that that baby slept in the past, because slept is the irregular simple past of to sleep. So the baby slept. Yeah, meaningful. With a subject and a verb. Independent clause. It's a free clause that can stand by itself and gives like a meaning. It's meaningful. Let's move on to the second one, which is the dependent clause. It depends on another sentence to be understood. That's the meaning of dependent. It depends on another sentence to be understood. But when you take it by itself, you're not going to be able to understand it. The meaning is missing. It's meaningless. It's an incomplete sentence, but pay attention. It has a subject and a verb, but it's not meaningful. So, but can't stand alone. It cannot stand alone to give a meaningful sentence, to give meaning. It depends on another clause to be understood. For example, I punished the boy. I, subject, punished, the action in the sentence. The boy, okay, the complete predicate. Punished the boy, okay? I punished the boy. Good. I can understand it. Independent clause. Because he was impolite. If I take because he was impolite by itself, because he was impolite, I'm going to say, for example, hey Zaid, because he was impolite. What? Who was impolite? Malik, because he was impolite. What? What did you do to him because he was impolite? Abdus Salam, because he was impolite. What? I cannot understand. However, when I link it to the independent clause, I punished the boy because he was impolite. Good. Now I can understand that he was punished because he was impolite. So by itself, it's meaningless. When you link it to an independent clause, it's meaningful. Let's carry on. When do I have a complex sentence? It's as easy as this. When you have a dependent clause plus an independent clause, that's the formula, okay? Plus a subordinating clause that I have explained, and I'm going to explain now again, then you have a complex sentence, as easy as that. It usually starts, the dependent clause usually starts with one of the subordinating clauses or conjunctions. Before the exam, you have to learn it by heart. You don't have another option, because after, when, before, if, as, although, as soon as, while, which, and that, and we still have 14 others. Okay? But stick to those, okay? Because after, when, before, if, as, although, as soon as, while, which, and that. Okay? But before that subordinating clause, you have to have a comma. Okay? I punished the boy, comma, because one of the subordinating clauses, he was impolite. A complex sentence has an independent clause, a comma, a subordinating conjunction, and a dependent clause. Thank you so much. If you have any question, please send it to Teacher Malik on WhatsApp or Classera. Goodbye.